John, what's up?
Hey guys. Well, first off, I love your channels, man. Watch them all the time, and
thanks, brother.
Thank you.
A lot of good info. And hey, question: I'm moving from a 950A soundbar, which is my first soundbar. I came from like the Y, well, not the first one. I came from like the YAS 209 soundbar.
Okay, Yamaha.
And moved up to the Samsung 950A with the rear satellites and everything. So that thing blew me away. So I'm currently trying to work on my first wired system.
Sure.
And I think I got like a Youthman style deal on an SVS satellite 5.1.
Okay.
And I was thinking of using it. It comes with all 5 and the sub. And I was thinking of using that for my sides and rear, and of course the sub for the sub. And I was wondering what you thought about the LCRs.
So
I know a lot of the things I watch say that it doesn't really matter, but what I think I should pair them with something similar, or
the beauty.
Do you have the Prime satellite speakers, or
he's talking about that $1,000 setup with the I reviewed it. It's like the SB1000 and 5 of the little satellites. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm trying to get it for $400 right now.
Oh wow!
With what sub?
The PB1000.
And if it's all working, you should just get it. Like,
dude, that's a $1,200 system. Yeah,
with the original boxes.
Yeah, that's a steal.
That's awesome. Yeah, because it's $1,500 marked down to $1,200 on their website now.
If it's working, you know.
Yeah.
Make sure that sub is working. But yeah, that sounds like an awesome deal.
Oh yeah. I'll test it. Yeah, I thought so too. And I'm just wondering, I think I'm kind of settled on the Denon 4700.
Yep.
Okay. And I just don't know what LCRs would be a decent pairing with.
So here's the beauty of SVS. They use the same tweeter in all their lines. So whichever one you want, whichever one you can afford, get it. It'll be fine.
I wouldn't recommend like mix matching it with a different brand though. I think you're going to get a really different sound signature. So you could try if you like the SVS sound, then getting their bigger.
I actually have never heard tower speakers, so I don't even know what sound I like.
Okay,
I just knew this was a good deal.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a good deal. I personally, you could go with the Prime, the bookshelves, right? You can go with your Prime bookshelves. I would probably not go through like the Ultra unless you really wanted to, like, as Joe always says, ball out, and because those guys are pretty expensive. The Prime Pinnacles, if you wanted towers, I would seriously look at the Prime Pinnacles, because I had those and they put out a lot of sound, and they're not even that big.
Yeah, they're pretty narrow, right?
Yeah, they're pretty narrow. They're pretty short too.
Question, real quick, Chana, what the system, the 5.1 or package deal that they have, which speakers is it using? Is it the same as the Prime Elevation?
Those are the ones that's what they based the Prime Elevations on. So it's really just a satellite with an angled baffle.
Same driver, or
are the speakers are the speakers angled in yours? The ones that you're looking at? Because the ones I'm looking at on there, they're a bookshelf speaker.
Yeah. That's what they are.
Yeah.
Like a 4-inch woofer.
Let's see.
Your satellite 5.1.
Okay. So I can tell you a little bit from my personal experience. So I have the Prime Elevations for height speakers, and I also have the Prime Bookshelf. And I can say that the Prime Bookshelf is noticeably can play noticeably deeper, right? So the elevation.
What happened? We can't hear you, Joe.
Is there?
Yeah. Hello, Don.
1 second.
Yep, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Joe just cut out. I don't know what happened.
We lost Joe for a second.
We lost Joe. He's gone. Hold on 1 second. He's fiddling with something back there.
There we go.
You know what? What the heck?
Did your battery die?
It's going out again.
I think.
Come on.
Okay.
So I think what Joe was trying to say is that the bookshelf speakers will definitely play a lot lower than the Prime satellites, right? gone. So, I mean, you can always start there. You know, they have the Prime bookshelves and then the Prime center channel. And you know, let's see. Have you gone to their outlet yet?
What? No, I mean, what do you guys? What would you say about like an Emotiva T2 with the C2 center? Would that be?
See,
I wouldn't go with a different brand.
Yeah, that would be my preference as well. I typically don't recommend mix mastering your speakers.
Right.
You know, SVS makes a great system, whether it's the Prime Pinnacles, whether you go with the Ultra series, and again, and look for those deals on the used market if you can find some, or these Memorial Day sales. And SVS even has what do they call that? Like their outlet store?
Yeah, I've got it up on screen right now.
Yeah, so sometimes you can find some good deals there, or somebody's returned it, or maybe they've sent it out to Chana and he's abused it and he sends it back to them.
I send it back like with an autograph. Like TD says, keep it rocking.
I figured out what was wrong with my mic.
Oh yeah.
So I have Mogami Gold cable, right? I spent the money on it, but this last little bit, I have this like inexpensive like little
adapter.
Brand is this, so I can know not to use it anymore. I have this like just an adapter, right?
Gotcha.
Just a little extension, and of course that's the thing that's going in and out. So the last little bit is a cheap cable, and that's why. Anyway, what I was trying to say is that the Prime bookshelf can go down to 80 hertz, where it can start to blend with the sub, whereas the Prime elevation seems to, I don't know. I think it wants to cross over around 120. It depends, but you'd want to cross those over a little bit higher if you want to play them louder.
Okay.
So what does that mean? It means that it depends on your room. If it's a pretty small room and if you're not planning on playing it extremely loud, you might be able to get away with that system. The good thing is
I think my room's 12 by 20, and I think my heart set on towers in the true center, so I probably will look for like an SVS towers and center on the used market probably for a while.
And you know what Chana said that was real good is that all the stuff kind of matches. So if you buy that system, because it's already a good deal, just if the sub was that price, it'd still be a pretty decent deal, right?
Yeah.
So if you get that, you can always use them for height speakers, right? They can always be used for something else.
I mean,
it won't go to waste.
Yeah.
You're getting a Denon 4700.
That's kind of what I'm thinking about. Just because I really, after watching all the different channels about Kodaks, I really want to try the Oro.
Well, here's something that might just be good or bad. I don't know. I will suggest it for you to you. Get the exact same thing again. So now you'll have 10 speakers and 2 subwoofers. There you go. And now you can.
Right, now you have. I mean, again, it's my first system, and I mean, eventually, I'm going to upgrade or expand. Right.
Right. So, like, get another one of those exact same things. The 5.1 system. It's $1,200, granted, but you get another subwoofer, and then you get 5 more speakers. So now you can actually set up 10.1 and 5.1.4 that way.
That's a good thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. You would need. What's that?
Good thing too is you can build this over time, so you can start off with that 5.1, enjoy it for what it is, and then if you're like, okay, I really want to kind of beef up my front sound stage, then look for some good deals over time. Find you a nice LCR dedicated center, maybe a tower for the left and right. Move those front 3 to say your rear bracks, or if you want to use those as front heights, something like that. And or like Chana said, if you end up getting one thing that's really cool is I've heard several systems that have pretty much identical speakers all the way around. That's an incredible experience, man. It really, really is.
It totally
is. Because it's just everything blends seamlessly. When it transitions from one speaker to another, that's a really, really cool, experience to be able to do that, even if they're not towers. So so that definitely might be an option. But if you find some good deals on, Facebook Marketplace or, the outlet store on SVS, My dad's
Also, jump into that SVS owners group on Facebook because those guys are upgrading all the time.
Yeah.
So you might be able to find like somebody's going from prime bookshelves to ultra bookshelves.
Sure.
Then boom, you can probably get swoop up on those for like 50% off retail or whatever the case is.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited for you, man.
Cool.
Yeah, it's very exciting. You have a good deal. So swoop up on that if you haven't already.
Yeah.
Yep. No, pick them up tomorrow. So
there you
go. Well, I appreciate all the advice, guys.
Hey, take care. I'm excited for you.
All right.
Bye.
Take it.
Make sure to join us every Monday for our live stream at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern at youtube.com/Daily HiFi.